Detective Hope and the Case of Golden Macaw Feather. The Amazon rainforest was hot, humid, and full of the loudest birds Sifat had ever heard. She adjusted her round glasses, looking at the giant green leaves that were bigger than umbrellas. Beside her, Detective Hope the Sniffles. Jaggy took a deep breath of the tropical air. He adjusted his favorite brown beret. "This is a very big jungle, Hope," Sifat said, "but we have a very big mystery to solve." They walked into a small village where everyone looked very sad. A kind man named Tiago met them under a thatched roof. "The Festival of the Sun is tonight," Tiago explained, "but our sacred golden macaw feather is gone. It was stolen from the village altar this morning." Sifat looked at the empty wooden stand. "Don't worry, Tiago," she said confidently. "The Sniffles is on the case." Detective Hope didn't wait a moment. He trotted over to the altar and put his nose to the ground. Sniff, sniff, sniff. He circled the wooden legs of the stand, his tail wagging slowly. He was looking for a very specific scent. Suddenly, he let out a sharp woof and began to trot toward a trail that led deeper into the trees. Sifat followed close behind. "Look, Hope," she cried, pointing to a large, waxy leaf. Using her sharp eyes and her round glasses, she spotted a small, sticky smudge of orange fruit juice on the leaf. "Someone was eating a jungle snack while they ran away," she whispered. She pulled out a small magnifying glass to look closer. The jungle grew thicker and darker. High above, colorful birds chirped, but Hope was focused on the ground. They had to climb over giant tree roots that looked like sleeping snakes. Sifat held Hope's leash loosely as he pulled her forward. "You're doing great, Hope," she cheered. "The scent must be getting stronger." Suddenly, Hope stopped near a massive kapok tree. He began to dig frantically at the base of the tree. Achoo! He sneezed so hard his beret almost fell off. Sifat knew what that meant, a clue. Hope pulled a small, fuzzy piece of gray fur out from under a root and held it up proudly in his mouth. Sifat took the fur and examined it. "This isn't bird fur. Birds have feathers," she realized. She looked up into the high branches of the tree. The sun was peeking through the canopy, and something caught the light. "Hope, look, there's something shiny way up there." She pointed to a high branch where something was shimmering like gold. Swinging from a vine, a mischievous monkey named Tico appeared. Tico was holding the long, golden macaw feather. He wasn't trying to hide it. He was wearing it behind his ear like a fancy hat. Tico looked down at Hope and gave a playful hoot. Hope barked back, telling the monkey to come down. "Oh, Tico," Sifat laughed, looking at the monkey through her round glasses. "That feather doesn't belong to you. It's for the big celebration." Tico didn't want to give it up. He hugged the feather tightly to his chest and shook his head. He liked how the gold glittered in the sun. Sifat had a clever idea. She reached into her pocket and pulled out a bright, shiny red hair ribbon. "Look at this, Tico. It's just as pretty as the feather, and it's much softer." She held it out. Tico's eyes went wide. He reached down slowly, curious about the new, colorful prize. It was a fair trade. Tico dropped the golden macaw feather down to Sifat and snatched the red ribbon. He immediately tied it around his tail and did a happy dance. Detective Hope caught the feather in his mouth before it hit the ground. "Good catch, Detective," Sifat cheered. That night, the village was filled with music and dancing. The golden macaw feather sat back on the altar, glowing under the stars. Tiago gave Sifat a necklace made of seeds and gave Hope a big bowl of his favorite treats. Sifat adjusted Hope's beret and smiled. Another mystery solved by the best nose in the world.